you're not ready for this one. I'm not ready for this one. I've got my pizza blanket, my comfy pajamas, my dog socks from Cat Dog. Can't get those dogs out. Anyway, and my 2 flashlights. And you want to know why? Because we're doing scary, traumatizing episodes today. Happy Throwback Thursday.
Oh, stop it! Stop laughing, please, Mommy! Stop!
If you grew up in the early 90s and 2000s, you might remember that cartoons kind of went wild and did whatever they wanted. There was a lot of things that cartoons got away with back in the day that you wouldn't see now, most likely. Adult jokes, very dark storylines. I have quite a few memories of being scared out of my mind as a child. I was left alone a lot when I was living in our house up in New Jersey, and we had a big house for a little like 3-year-old Caitlin. It got kind of spooky, and I'm gonna tell you my top traumatizing episodes from Nickelodeon. Okay, we're starting off with Jimmy Neutron. I remember when the Jimmy Neutron movie came out and the Kids in America song was really popular. I don't remember if that was the start of the show or what, but there was one episode that I remember, and it had to do with the sentient pizza. I don't remember exactly what happened. I think Jimmy ended up making a pizza that was sentient, and it just terrorized everyone in the house. That was not the worst part though. The part that I hated the most, which I can't find a clip, I couldn't find a clip of today, maybe I can find it by the time this episode airs, but it was the fact that, because they did this thing where everyone kept waking up from a dream, so you're like, oh, it was a dream, the pizza didn't exist.
Phew. I guess it was all just a dream.
But then the pizza had its own universe, and it woke up with its pizza wife and pizza child, I think. And it was like canon that the pizza existed itself, and everything else was just made like pretend, like Jimmy Neutron didn't exist or something. And that scared me more than the actual pizza did for some reason. Alright, the second thing that traumatized me the most would have to be the SpongeBob Wormy episode. You would think that'd be higher up, but there's worse ones that traumatize me more. But to this day, I can't do butterflies very well. It got better a couple years ago. Like if a butterfly is fluttering around me, it's okay. We can coexist. If one lands on me and I look at it the wrong way, it's over. I can't do it. And it's all because that's fun. And I know that other people my age have the same problem, because I've talked to so many friends who also are afraid of butterflies because of the specific SpongeBob episode. We weren't meant to see butterflies that close and that high definition. It wasn't meant to happen, sorry. So we're gonna continue with Hey Arnold. There's 3 episodes specifically, but there's one I'm gonna save for later, because that's the one that is like the highest on my list. But the first 2 are the Headless Cabbie episode and the Ghost Train episode. I've tried explaining this to people, and a lot of my friends don't remember these for some reason, but these are high up on my list. Like, I still think about these sometimes. So the Headless Cabbie one, they were telling ghost stories, the kids, and this was about this lady that would, back in like, I don't know, the Victorian era or something, who would lure in essentially taxis, but they're called cabbies back in this day, I guess, the horse and carriage people, and she needed a ride, and she'd be like, oh, it's cold, let me give you my scarf, and the guy's like, okay, and then he gets beheaded.
Until the cabbie's red scarf twisted around and caught onto it. And then, of course, it was too late. The horse kept pulling the carriage, only now the reins were held by the Headless Cabbie!
And like, there's like a story where her ghost comes back and continues to do this to people. And there's something about a Scotty dog in there, so if you saw the Scotty dog, it meant she was coming. And they saw Scotty dog.
Oh, it's just a happy little old mutt come sniffing up to us, Harold. 'Tain't nothing to be scared of.
No! It's a demon's guardian dog! Don't touch it! It'll put a spell on us! We'll all wind up with our heads cut off!
And it's insinuated at the end of the episode that she does come and kill this man who gave them a ride, gave the kids a ride. So there's that. Then the ghost train episode, I know some of you out there, remember this. There's no way that you all do not, or some of you don't. They got stuck on a train or something, you know, these kids always getting into predicaments. And at the end of the episode, you see the ghost singing on the ghost train. And the thing that I didn't like was the way he was drawn. His face scares me. Like, it still scares me. Like, I was looking up videos for this video to show y'all, and I saw a glimpse of his face, and I was like, So now, real quick, we're gonna move on to Rocco's Modern Life. Let me paint you a picture. And I'm pretty sure this happened to me on actual Halloween night, which makes it that much scarier. Okay, so let me paint you a picture. So part of the time we lived in Florida when I was growing up, and then part of the time we lived in New Jersey. This takes place in New Jersey. So we were blessed with a pretty big size house. So you walk in, there's a foyer. Then you go upstairs. It's like the first floor. Then you go up some more stairs. There's a very long hallway. At night, it is pitch black, unless you have some lights on. And even then, it's kind of pitch black. So the first door to the right is a bathroom, but the bathroom is like deep in the house somehow. That the way it was made, I don't know. There's like a long bathroom. So then you keep going down this hallway. There's my room on the left. For I think I was 3 years old. For a 3-year-old, it looks massive though. Like the length from my room to the bathroom to the stairs seemed like a long way. So in my room, I had one of those big old, like, thick TVs from back in the 90s that was passed on to me from my aunts, I guess. So we had Nickelodeon, and the Hopping Hyacinth, I think it was called. It was the episode where, what's his name? The turtle. I'll put it in here. I can't remember. Shelbert? Was it Shelbert? I don't know. He's never had candy before, so he eats one piece of candy and goes berserk. So they go into this haunted cemetery where this colonial-looking, footless, legless, eyeless thing starts chasing them.
The Hopping Nation!
And it's at this point that I recall being so scared that I needed to book it down to the kitchen where the rest of my family was at before we went trick-or-treating. So I go out of my room. The hallway is pitch black. No one else is upstairs, so all the other lights are off. The bathroom's towards the back of the house where our big backyard was, so that's also pitch black. So there's no lights from outside shining in the inside. The hallway, like, the only thing would be my room, but it wasn't enough light. So I remember this pitch black hallway, thinking I'm gonna get chased by this hyacinth, or whatever it's called. I don't think I'm saying that right. And then I had to run downstairs, which isn't really safe. You shouldn't do that. But I recall this memory. I'm 32 years old now, and I still remember, that anxiety of thinking that this foot is gonna be thrown at me.
He's got a leg!
And I don't like it. And I don't even remember what I trick-or-treated that year. I think I might have been Alice in Wonderland. I don't even remember. I don't know. Maybe not. But it was not a good time.
Just a gosh darn minute. Who took those pictures?
So the thing that tops that, and I put this on my very top of the list because it still freaks me out as an adult, like more than the Rocco's Modern Life episode. It's the Hey Arnold, Four-Eyed Jack episode. So this episode was really good because they built up the suspense. Because there was, I guess, what was the story? It was something like an old tenant that lived in Arnold's grandpa's house, or tenant house, whatever. he died, I guess. I can't remember the specifics, but the only thing that was left of him were his glasses. So that's why they called him Four-Eye Jack. And again, I don't remember the specifics. I can try to remember and put it in here or put it in the description for you. But like, I guess Gerald was the one that didn't really believe in him, but weird things kept happening throughout the night. I think like the electricity would go on and off or something. There was some like air cyclone that happened in their room, I recall, and that was weird. And it kind of was like in the form of a monster. And I think some other things happened, I don't remember. But I don't even like talking about it now. My cat's over here with me, so like I'm technically in here with another living thing, but it's not enough. Like, I don't like this episode. It makes me really uncomfortable. Actually, I still hate it. Like, I like that it's so good of a written piece of media, but I don't like the feeling of it. Okay, so anyway, the end of the episode, they're going to sleep. Gerald's staying the night at Arnold's. Arnold's asleep. They're in his room. You see this point of view from this other person in the room that wasn't supposed to be there. That you can tell is not supposed to be there because the music's all creepy and the point of view is blurry, which insinuates this person can't see very well. So you're like, oh. So it's looking for its glasses. He finds them. He puts them on. Gerald wakes up. He's all like woozy because he's just woken up. He looks at the ghost. The ghost looks at him. And the thing that I hate the most is he just looks at him and he goes, boo.
Boo.
And for some reason that terrified me. I don't know if it was because it was just like not at all what I was expecting. I don't know if it's because it was just like the tone of voice. Like the voice was also not what I was expecting. It sounded like a normal dude. Because I mean, he was just like a tenant that lived there. He wasn't like some demonic force, but like it was just so out of place that made it worse for me. And then, Gerald's screaming and wakes everyone else up and the episode ends. But, which, like, same Gerald, I would also be screaming in that scenario. But to this day, whenever I think about that episode, which is usually, of course, when I'm going to bed, I'm terrified to open my eyes. And I know this isn't real. I know this is a made-up story. But I'm like, I'm going to open my eyes. And he's just going to be sitting there looking at me. No. I just hate it. I hate it. I need to meet whoever wrote that episode and tell them how much it scares me. Just traumatize me. Absolutely not. I'm stuck in an ant trap. My flashlight. It doesn't work. Coming at you from another angle. Okay, so this next final one is an honorable mention because it didn't freak me out that bad, but enough to be on the list. That's scary. Do you guys remember Eureka's Castle?
You! Oh, who? You see who? Eureka! Oh, me? No, you! Don't you see?
This was a show on PBS, I believe. Or no, Nick Jr., I think, actually. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out the name. I just had the memory of the opening theme. So it wasn't the show itself. I don't even remember most of the show, but I remember the opening theme. And I must have been like 2, I think, because I think I was even younger than the Rocko's Modern Life fiasco. I was very, very young. I recall quite a bit from my childhood. But there was this giant, so this show had it was like a Jim Henson-esque puppet show thing. Very well done, but puppets. There was like a wizard lady and a dragon apparently, but this one part, stop moving. This one part of the opening theme had a giant and he was like stomping around and the music changed. And I didn't like that. I didn't care for that. That scared me. But those are like the main things that I can recall from my childhood that I was not okay with. What about you? do you have any episodes that traumatized you? Not just from Nickelodeon, could be from Disney Channel too, or even Cartoon Network. Let me know. This is a safe place. But thank you for tuning in, and I don't know if you could hear that, was my stomach, excuse me. I hope that this was a nice time for you down memory lane. I had fun making this one. I have more Throwback Thursdays to make for you guys. I'm surprised I got 2 in 1 month. Pretty good, not bad. Yeah, let me know what you'd like to see. I'm open for suggestions. I'm gonna make some more ASMR videos, some POV interactive videos, hopefully. I'm pretty sure I figured out a way to do that. So that I'm really excited to make that one because I think it'll be really cool, really different. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful spooky day.